Dennis Schroeder could give you a 20-piece chicken McNugget, okay? AD can give you a 20-piece chicken McNugget. That's 40-piece chicken McNugget right there. The Nets won by a 10-piece chicken McNugget. They didn't have KD. Let's add KD into the picture, and I'll give him a 30-piece chicken McNugget. We all know that Anthony Davis is capable of well over 20 points, but I'm gonna limit. I'll just put 20 on him. Just 20, and I'll give KD 30, all right? We add that 30 to the 10 they won by, that's 40 points. We making that up with AD and Schroeder. Easy. So the teams are kind of even. Where they outweigh them is our defense is much better when we have one of our best on-ball defenders on the court. When we have Anthony Davis, one of the best defensive players in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, when he's on the court, our defense goes up. Our rebounding with AD down there against the small ball of the Nets, sometimes playing small ball, even against DeAndre Jordan, is come on. So that's where we outweigh. So I just wanted to bring that up real quick. Those two people being missing isn't, oh, that's excuses. No, this is math. I just did the math. That's a 40-piece chicken McNugget right there. I just did the math. Sorry. And I hated to say that. I hated to say that. Okay. I see how this is gonna go. I see how this is gonna go. You may have noticed a ring on my finger. I think I might be married. That's the ring finger. I think I'm married, okay? Stop playing with me. But you guys, listen. We allegedly lost to the Nets last night. We lost to the Brooklyn Nets without AD, without Dennis Schroeder. A couple other people got injured, but then came back in mid-game. It was a really confusing time. I'm saying how many people can get injured at once. Then people are coming back into the game, going out. Was this an in and out? I mean, you're running in and out of the arena. I didn't get it, but it is what it is. We wish you all speedy recovery. But I do want to address some of the Laker haters. I want to take care of some business really quickly before we hop into the video. Also, subscribe if you haven't, and share this with someone you know needs to hear it, because I know you know someone that needs to hear this, all right? Laker haters are giggling right now. They had a giggle in their stomach when they woke up. They think everything's funny today. You would have thought it was April Fool's, the way they're just laughing, giddy, skipping across town. I see it. I just want to let you know, I need you guys, whatever you comment, stand on what you comment, all right? Because this happened last year to me. Last season this happened. We lost to the Clippers in the regular season. The Clipper fans and the Laker haters, not even Clipper fans, never been to Los Angeles, but they were in my comments. Imagine that. They were in my comments. The Clippers will be the 2020 Gems. I promise you. Trust me. Trust me. The Lakers can't get it done. This was proof tonight. Look at the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Okay. I didn't know you felt that way. Okay. Screenshot. Screenshot. And I screenshotted all the comments. And then when we won, guess what I did? I made a video and I reacted to all your comments. And now listen, I hate doing that. I take no joy in being right. I take no joy in you guys being wrong. But if you don't think I'll do it again, I will. I will. So, comment with caution. Don't get ahead of yourselves, but if you choose to, that'll make a great video for me. So it's a win-win for me. Katie never loses in this situation. Let's get into the game, all right? Now, we lost by, I think, 10, right? That's ignoring the fact that they try to run up the score on us. I said on a scale of 1 to tragic, how tragic is it that we have Kyrie in against Quinn Cook, trying to run up the score, make the narrative that we lost by 30, we got blown out. They could only do it by 10, even though Kyrie was still in the game in garbage time. Still had their starters in, trying to pad stats. Only lost by 10. Tough for you. On a scale of 1 to tragic, I would say embarrassing, but that's just me. Moving on. To set the stage, okay, we have 2 players missing to start the game, all right? Dennis Schroeder, he was out for COVID protocols. He's not injured, but he was just out, all right? Anthony Davis, as you know, is injured. He's out for like a couple more weeks, okay? For the Brooklyn Nets, they have Harden, Kyrie, and their third star was out. Kevin Durant, very great player, was out. He was injured. It wasn't as even a playing field as I thought, but I was hoping it would just be like 80 for KD and we're done. But we had to have Dennis Schroeder out, our starting point guard, who is one of our best on-ball defenders, you know. Everyone wanted to see him try to lock up Kyrie, or at least try to limit him. We believed in him. He also is someone who can create his own shot. He's a 3-point scorer, a 2-point slasher. He does it all. he actually was not even able to play tonight. So we were without his services and without AD's services. Yeah, so tough. Now they had Kyrie and Harden, so I think, you know, cool. But I actually personally believe we had the facilities to still win the game, okay? We have a pretty deep bench, a great roster. However, I'm gonna say a lot of this loss, Frank, sweetie, Frank, I think we're gonna have to have some hard evaluations. Frank, I think you're gonna need to sit down in a corner at a reflection pool maybe, and you're gonna have to sit and you're gonna have to think, what did I do? What did I not do? And you're gonna have to reconcile that because, you know, some of the rotations were tough. Some of the plays that we didn't play. I mean, a lot of the play was, hey, LeBron, get in there and do something. You can't do that. It was LeBron sitting there with the ball. 4 seconds left, he has to pass it, and then, like, everyone's just standing there, okay? Now, when Kuzma, they had to stagger Kuzma and LeBron because Kuzma was the next star after LeBron, right? And so when LeBron was in and Kuzma wasn't, it was a lot of ball watching, LeBron watching, no movement, okay? Kuzma's usually the one that at least tries to cut. Dennis Schroeder, obviously, you know, they running full plays and sets, but he wasn't there, so then I guess they just said, forget it? I don't know. But, when Kuzma wasn't on the floor, it was very stagnant as far as everyone but LeBron. Like, everyone was kind of standing there sometimes. They would run some stuff sometimes, you know, a little run, a little screen, but it was real stagnant, and so you can't win like that. Also with Kuzma, the quick thing I'll say about Kuzma is that, you know, he's adapted so much, right? He's been such a great person filling in the spaces that we need as far as offensive rebounding, boxing out, defense, everything. Like, he's been trying to up his game, and not just on an offensive level. However, tonight, the role we needed him in was like primary scorer type of thing. And he wasn't in that role, okay? I'm not gonna bash him for that because he's just been so adaptive. It's just so many different situations he's been thrown in. Sorry, my hand is so heavy with this ring. Oh my God. Wow. So I'm not gonna bash him for that. However, like, that's what we needed him to do, like a primary scorer. However, he did so much. I mean, he was a rebounding machine. He was out rebounding some of their people. So I'm not mad at him. I'm just saying, like, we needed somebody because AD was out and Schroeder was out. Schroeder could give us 20-something. You know what I mean? AD can give us 20-something. Both of those players were out. We're down 40-something. Plus playmaking, plus either spacing the floor or drawing attention to AD. That's what a lot of our game is based on. So it was tough for us. It was going to be tough for us. The announcers were praising and bowing down, making shrines to the Nets. The announcers were acting like they were straight out of Brooklyn. A lot of praise for the Nets defense. And I will say the Nets defense was pretty good, even though we make a lot of fun of their lack of defense. However, the whole premise of the Lakers versus Nets and what everyone wanted to see is who's gonna guard AD. I'll say it again. Who's gonna guard AD? Wow. Since we didn't have AD, that wasn't a problem for them. So it's easier for them to lock us up or to perform well on defense. I'm not trying to take anything away from that and say, oh, it wasn't impressive. I'm just saying it's harder to defend us when we have our actual team, right? Am I tripping? So I think when people talk about their defense, they should keep that in mind because I don't want them to have to swallow their words and eat crow when AD's back and they're having trouble. Now it's, what happened to the Nets defense? It's like, well, AD's here, you know? Like, you should have known that. I'm not trying to be like, act like a know-it-all, but like, bro, AD's not here. What did you? Obviously, it's gonna be easier for them to, I mean, they had Jeff Green in at the 5. Speaking of the 5, Mark, not gonna spend time on you, Mark. I just wanted to let you know, Mark, that it was hard not to tunnel on you. If you follow me on Twitter, I live tweeted the game. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't. I live tweeted the game and I was talking about how it's so hard not to tunnel in on Marc Gasol because he's just frustrating to watch. You can't get bullied by Jeff Green. It's no way. And then the next time down the floor, LeBron is bullying Jeff Green. LeBron's smaller than you. You can't get bullied by Jeff Green in now. So that was just tough to watch. But it wasn't your fault that we lost or anything. It's just frustrating sometimes to sit and watch Gasol. Like, it's just frustrating. He's a liability at this point. Okay, not saying he can't turn it around, but goodness gracious, it's tough. And I love you, Mark, and I say that all with love, all with respect. Amen. So with all that being said, how important was this game? All right, I think this was very important. I think this was important for us to look at and say, hey, this is what we need to do as the supporting cast. We need to be able to step up if someone's injured. We don't just sit there with our mouths open and watch and wait for the ball to come to us so we can shoot. We need to actually start to create our own offense. None of those guys really are create our own offense type of people fully. KCP isn't fully a creator my own offense type of guy. Neither is Wesley Matthews. Neither is Trez. We'll talk to Trez. But a lot of these guys aren't. They're just like role players. And so when someone's injured, someone has to step up in a major way. Okay, and so that didn't happen. Like I said, Frank didn't do what he was supposed to do. So it was tough. And then when you're going against Kyrie and Harden, the Nets play their best. I mean, their role players play the best games and stuff. This is gonna happen. Now, before I get sidetracked, Trez, I wanna let you know, Trez, you underperformed today, Yesterday, you underperformed. All right, he wasn't able to get things going. Frank said he took Trez out and put Markieff to space the floor. Markieff wasn't doing anything. I say we talked to Trez and put Trez back in there, but you didn't do that. Trez, you didn't perform. So we'll see, like it's everybody. It's on every level. But regardless, it's true. A lot of people play their best basketball against the Lakers, and we're trying to figure out why. Are they trying to impress us? Are they trying to like audition for our squad? Like, do you think we're gonna let you in? Did you want one of these? Like, you wanted one of these? What did you think was gonna happen? But I saw this tweet and I loved it. It says, Nuggets blow out the Lakers only to lose to the third worst team in the East the next game. Every game against the Lakers is a championship for the other teams. It literally never fails. So true. Then I just scrolled down a little bit. Saw the best tweet I could have seen. The same people that are telling me that's what happens when you play the defending champs are the same people that say bubble rings don't count. When I said I let out a scream when I read that. I almost did a lap around my house. I said, that's so true. I hear it all the time. People are always telling me that. The Mickey ring, I don't know. The last bubble, are you really satisfied with that ring? Da 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 da. And then now, whenever it's convenient for them, well, you guys are the champs. What do you expect? You guys are the reigning champs. Like, you gotta pick a side. You can't do both. You cannot do both. Super confusing. My right hand is super heavy from this ring, so I'm gonna wrap up the video. It's just weighing me down. The ring is weighing me down, so I'm gonna have to wrap this video up. I'm sorry, but I just have to wrap the video up. So, with this being said, I think this is just a learning lesson for us. Hopefully they break down the film, see who wasn't doing much, who wasn't stepping up, who wasn't out there trying to attack every play, and they talk about that. I hope Frank sees what he needs to do or what he could do better. And I think this is important to let the Nets kind of become our rivals a little bit, because they were already like rivals, but it was KD trying to be funny on the sideline with the reactions, and Kyrie trying to make funny jokes. That's your free throw shooter. It was funny. I didn't take any offense to it. But like, understand, Damian Lillard danced once. Russell Westbrook mean mugged once. Jamal Murray was dancing once. And we know how that turned out. None of them have one of these, but Katie has one of these. Amen, praise God. It may be a knockoff, but understand that Laker Prophet still got her ring. Where's Jamal's? Where's Russell's? Where's Damian's? Nowhere to be found. So, with that being said, we know how this story ends. That's what I'm saying. Please leave all the comments you want. Comment down below what you guys think. Laker haters, eat your hearts out, because I will come back to this video and I will react to these comments. And Laker fans, we're gonna just have a laugh, all right? We're gonna have a laugh. Sometimes you gotta remember, this stuff happened before. Regular seat, it happened before. I remember. Maybe I need to knock some sense into you. The ice on my wrist. Come on now, stop playing. So, fear not, worry not. I think AD is the wild card in this. They're playing small ball. AD is going to help with that. Like, come on. I'm not going to go into it. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. And subscribe, join the Splash Squad. The merch is still available, by the way. This is the sweatshirts, but the hoodies are still available too. ShopSplashSquad.com. I'm going to cheers you with the ice. Clink. You saw that? Clink. A lot of teams can't say that. A lot of teams can't say that. And I hated to say that.